here's your EOAlive weather forecast.
Hope all of you a great Wednesday. Gabe Curtis reporting on this December 14th, brought to you by Valley Insurance, who are now in downtown LeGrand with open enrollment through January 15th. Those highs have topped out into the low to mid 30s across the I-84 corridor, colder elsewhere into the mid to the upper 20s. Heading out the door this evening into LeGrand, we are looking at a mix of clouds, which will continue overnight tonight, dropping much of us into the teens and 20s, with that exception for that cold spot into the negative territory in Burns. I'm expecting areas of dense fog primarily west of I-84 and up towards Pendleton, which could produce the slightest chance for a few flurries in the mix. Heading into today on Thursday, much of us will be topping out into the upper 20s to the lower 30s, with that exception for that warm spot 34 in Pendleton, that cold spot 17 in Burns. I'm expecting more breaks in that cloud cover the further west and south you are, but that also increases the chance for those fog banks to be more stubborn in those areas, which means I cannot rule out the slightest chance to see a few flurries continue in those areas. Otherwise, much of us will remain dry with more clouds than not east of I-84, which will diminish any morning fog areas. Heading into the day on Thursday for LeGrand, it looks like this will start out into the lower 20s at the 8 o'clock hour, with at least some areas of fog mixing in with those clouds, although that fog quickly diminishes in those spots, and we go on to see more sun breaks throughout the day, but overall not a whole lot of sunshine as those highs reach the lower 30s with that light northerly wind flow. I'm expecting a return of fog into the evening, which will hold those temperatures into the upper teens overnight, and that fog will be slower to clear on Friday, but eventually I think we will see developing sunshine as those highs hold into the upper 20s. As we do my 7-day forecast, the latest update has those temperatures approaching the coldest of the season so far into the weekend before warming into next week. Light snow accumulations return on Monday, but at this point the main event that looks to bring higher accumulations will hold off until later Tuesday and into Wednesday, just in time for the first day of winter. Latest data shows we could be getting into an active pattern next week, keeping those temperatures potentially warmer than what we're going to be seeing this coming weekend, with a potential warming trend into Christmas weekend. This has been Gabe Curtis, bringing the most accurate forecasting you can get here in Eastern Oregon. Thank you to the folks down at Valley Insurance for sponsoring this weathercast, and I will be back tomorrow.